What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Pinball Effects tournament video. Today let's talk about the tournament we had last week, which was Set the Classic, and it was on South Park Pinball. As some of you guys know, this table was also available on Pinball Effects 2, and recently, a couple months ago, this table and Butters Very Own Pinball came to FX for the first time. So some of you guys who have played this on FX2 have that experience, and I would say from having that experience you might have also had an advantage if you're familiar with this table. But so this table, very similar to Butters Very Own Pinball. You know, they're both South Park pinball tables, but this one was kind of interesting, to say the least. There were some shots that were annoying to hit. There were some that were almost impossible, it felt like. And some part of the design of this table felt a little awkward. But first things first, as you guys know, when I play tables that I'm not familiar with, I like to play them and discover the rules as I go along. So I usually won't read the guide because it kind of ruins the discovery part for me. So I'm just talking purely from my experience playing this table this past week. So the skill shot when you hit the pinball into the toilet is worth $1 million, and the tricky thing about this skill shot is it's worth $1 million, yeah, but actually if you don't get the toilet bowl skill shot, you can get a pretty good skill shot and you can build it up, because the ball will go on the football field over there and you can start building up a skill shot value. But after it rolls off the football field down to the flippers, you have to hit the pirate stand-up target, which is in the center, and the stand-up target is only up for a couple seconds once the ball is released into the flippers. So, you know, if you can actually hit the pirate skill shot, you can get like easily 4 or 5 million points and onwards, right? Compared to 1 million. So that was something that I thought was, you know, crucial to this classic mode, is hitting that pirate skill shot worth and building it up as well. I think that's a cool mechanic in pinball when you can build up a skill shot. Makes the skill shot more kind of gives it more like depth, you know, instead of a skill shot being like a simple hit this light, hit this switch after plunge. It's like giving you the chance to build it up, but then you have to hit it, you know. But I only hit this pirate like once, so it's like it's a very tough skill shot, to say the least. But so many points. Another thing that I really liked, it gave me one game, it gave me a lot of points, but it's not very reliable, was hitting the pop bumpers where Terrence and Philip are. And once you hit, I think it's like 50 hits, it starts like the windy bumpers, I think. And they call them windy bumpers because in this show they're known for farting. So that's where the wind comes from. But basically when that happens, the poppers with each hit gain more value. So if it hits 10,000, the next hit will be 20,000, and so on. So you can get a couple million that way, but it's not really reliable because it's not very easy to start. But I just thought that mechanic was fun. Another shot that was kind of interesting, that gave you a lot of points, a couple million, was the Timmy spot target. Once you have the I think that the bottom rollovers, once you get the Timmy letters all lit up, it starts to frenzy, and there's like a yellow spot target. I believe it's underneath Kenny on the board. When you hit it, you get $1 million. So that was a lot of points. Not very easy to hit it though. but very possible. Also, there are 2 kickbacks, and I wasn't really getting them activated as much, so they didn't seem to play too much of a factor. I was also able to get 1 multi-ball going out of all my 10 attempts, and I think it was like a 4-ball multi-ball, something like that, up the when I locked the balls in the school bus, I think. And I don't remember how much I got from that, but I don't think it was as much as I wanted. There was something else that from a design point that I didn't like, was you see where Kyle and Stan are at the two bottom scoops of the characters. Those 2 scoops being so near the flippers was like, it could be annoying because they'd shoot out and then sometimes they could just shoot right into the drain. I don't know. I don't like them being that close to the flippers. Just my design, just my opinion. There was a mode where you have to hit Kenny, and Kenny's model would pop up at various places on the table. I found that very irritating because I could not hit him, like, no matter where he popped up. Like, the shots that I could normally hit when he wasn't there, I could hit, but once he was there, I couldn't hit it, right? But that was a cool kind of mode to see his, like, how it ties in with the show. You know, everyone tries to, kill Kenny, basically, right? Cartman's his shot was probably the easiest I always hit, which was the probe mission, and that one is kind of hard because hitting the spinners, you just have to, like, it's possible to complete it, but I felt like it didn't award enough points, and it wasn't worth the drain. Stan's mode wasn't that great. The chef, I could barely hit the chef target to date the girls. I think I got like 2 when I had it lit. So there was, I mean, a lot of shots on this table are really tough. The modes themselves are kind of tough. But I think the coolest part for me is the skill shot that you can build up and you have to hit it. If you can hit it, I think that's a huge deal. And, you know, some of the modes, if you can master them, they definitely can be worthwhile, right? So this week we had no password because there was that bug. So we had a good amount of people, 18 people, but I'm not sure all of them saw it from the channel. But let's go over some of the people that we're familiar with. First place, we had Draky Barks with 108 million points. Draky Barks was the one who told me about his Butters tournament that he hosted. So I'm pretty sure Draky Barks played this a lot on FX2. So congratulations to Draky Barks for that 108 million points. He got us beat by a lot. No one but him hit that 100 million mark. So congratulations to Draky Barks. Second place, we have Fat Wayne with 69 million points. Also a great score. I came in 5th with 38 million points, and that 38 million I got from my first attempt when I created the video last week. I really tried to get hard, but it was getting frustrating at times, so I was like almost like ready to give up, but I was lucky to get this my first attempt. I'm just scrolling down here to familiar names because I don't think these people are also part of the channel. But we have in 11th place, we have Wombat in a Hat with 21 million. Thank you to Wombat for showing up in this tournament. We got 12th place UTD 4000 with 14 million. UTD is also a regular in these tournaments. We got 13th place Devonicles with 11 million. I'm familiar with Devonicles. I like this pirate background here. And in 14th place, we have Leon 102 with 9 million points. Also a regular in these tournaments. And I think the rest of the names are pretty. I think they're new to this tournament because we had it open. So I apologize if I didn't read your name, but I think I got everyone. And also, before we go into this week's tournament, I wanted to go over the tournament scores for just quickly on Butters. Was it? This is Butter? Yeah. So this was the tournament created by Draky Barks last week as well. This was the open tournament on Butters Very Own Pinball, which I really liked as well. Low scoring, kind of similar to South Park Pinball, but in first place, Draky Barks also took the cake there with 60 million, and no one came close besides Dilworth, 316. But thank you guys. I had 12 million. Thank you guys to people. There's Bad Jack Daniels with 5 million in 13th place. There's Leon 102 in 14th place with 4 million. So thank you to everyone who joined from the channel. It was great to see a lot of people join Draky Barks tournament, because it's always great to support, other people as well. So thank you to Draky for letting me know about that table and the tournament, because I had a fun time revisiting it myself. I hadn't played this table since I created the video. So this week, the tournament I am creating is on, it's actually on Universal Pinball. It is the Jaws table. And that is because recently I played Stern's newest table, one of their newest tables, based on Jaws. And while I was playing it, it really looked and reminded me a lot of this version here. So if any of you don't get the chance to play the Jaws table from Stern, this one is a nice close, comes close to it. So figured let's go here. And let's do a timed. Let's go back to the time challenge, and time limit we'll do 6 days. 6 days and 10 attempts. All right, and we're gonna keep it open just because of that password bug until it gets fixed. For now. Alright, so the tournament ID is going to be TSKF, and you put that right here. But let's go here, and good luck to everyone. Thank you once again to anyone who joined these tournaments. And the funny thing, the skill shot in this table is a little bit similar to the skill shot on the real Stern table. The Stern table, you have to hit like a pop bumper without hitting any switch. On this table, I think you have to hit the fin. Let's go here. Okay, there's the fin, as you can see. Okay, let's look at it. Okay. Oh, nice! Let's go. That was awesome. So remember, guys, this is a 5-minute challenge. It's and also you can nudge as much as you want.
Oh, that was close.
Also, on this table, like on the Stern table, you have an extra flipper. But this one is on the different side. I was actually really surprised how similar the designs were, in a way. Man, I have not seen. I mean, I think I've only seen the first Jaws. I had it on VHS. So it's been a while.
You got that one locked all right?
I've seen a couple like shark horror movies that were not Jaws. But probably my favorite as a kid was watching the National Geographic's documentaries on great white sharks. Because, oh man, there was one that I would rent, like, I rented it so many times at my local video store. They had like a section of Nat Geo documentaries, and I rented the Jaws one so many times that I should have just probably bought the video. But it just never, sharks have always, and they still are, a fascination to me, you know, these creatures from the deep. And then you gotta think that there's sharks that have been long extinct by now. Like there's a shark called the goblin shark that's been extinct now, but it looked like a goblin, where it gets its name from. Oh, look at that shark come up.
Man, gonna rip that cage into pieces.
It never gets old, right? Shark Week. The fascination of sharks. I mean, you know, whenever I'd go on vacation to like, I used to go to vacation to the Outer Banks, down in North Carolina in the summers, right? And the first thing you always think about, right? You think about, oh man, what if a shark, you know, attacks me? And this is like, you know, on the shore. But you just always, you know, always feel that what if, right? Like, you have to stop swimming when it gets darker, right? I remember sometimes too, you'd see dolphins, right? And people would be like, you know, oh, look at those dolphins. And they were dolphins, but you usually only see their fins, and so you'd be like, nah, those are sharks, right?
Hurry.
Also, there was when I used to go down to the Outer Banks as a kid, boogie boarding was like a thing that people did a lot. People my age, right, when I was younger.
Come on, hurry.
And so you take the boogie board out, and you know, you'd ride the waves, the little waves. And I remember wanting so bad a boogie board with the Jaws cover art, because it looked so like cool, and it was expensive. So I never got it, but I was like, I always wanted it because it looked so cool. Wow, my time just ended. Well, guys, I'm gonna keep it here. It's a little different because it is a time challenge with 10 attempts. So do your best. Hope you have fun. Hope you learn something about this table. I like it because it reminds me of the Stern table. Till next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.